and everyone walked away with that same mind-blowing experience. And so what we're going to show you a little bit later, we're going to show you some of the things we like about the interface. But one of the things that I'm most excited about is the grade checking application, because what that does, that literally is that jump from the wheel to the GNSS receiver. That grade checking system connected up to a UAS system, that's the jump, right? Because now you're going from wheeling it to walking it to flying it. Wheel, walk, fly. It's pretty incredible. And then you can actually bring in your model, check your cross sections, format a nice report that's intelligent, that's easy to use, and then you can give that to your contractor for all kinds of things. We'll talk more about that a little later.
Like I said, this is a project where we're doing a roadway realignment, a lot of earthwork being moved, new structure under construction. And like I said, what we're evaluating is these tools that allow us to do these traditional legacy processes in a much more efficient manner. So, their software they developed here, I think, does a really good job in doing volumetric analysis. And that's what's being demonstrated here, is the ability to have these different flights. And we've been testing several different softwares that are out there. They all have their pluses and minuses. We feel this one seems to be showing an extremely high level of promise when it comes to managing our projects over time. It really gives you that 4D and that 5D capability.
When we did this project initially, we had to use a handful of different software applications to come up with a similar result. So the idea of having an interface that you're seeing right here, they've got the DXF in there, which is basically similar to a DWG. So you've got the design file in there. You're looking at the proposed design right down there, and then as you're flying it and you're doing your progress checks, it'll just stack them. So you can see roughly where you started with your original ground. You can see where you're at for your progress payments. So what we've been doing, though, is as we've been using the project that we originally processed, that's our benchmark. And so I think as far as accuracy goes, Aaron, it's right on the money, right?
I believe the final numbers came plus or minus within 1% of our legacy process, which involved a pretty highly sophisticated LiDAR UAS system, utilizing our legacy topo process. So, plus or minus 1% is pretty darn good in my book. Process by which you can do measurements of, like I said, our fiber rolls, which is one of our stormwater BMPs. Traditionally, this is something that I would literally have to tell one of my inspectors. Yeah, usually it's the least senior guy. Hey, dude, I need you to go out there and measure all that. And he goes with his wheel and a clipboard measuring stuff down. And now instead of doing something like this that would have taken all day, we can do it in a few minutes with the software. And in a much more accurate, manner. So one of the traditional arguments that always happened is, our guy measured one thing, our contractor comes back with us, they have their own takeoff that they did from who knows what source, and well, we measured this, and then I have to have that argument with the contractor over, well, I think my guy's right now, you think your guy's right.
Yeah.
Now with a platform like this, we can actually share the interface and say, well, this is what we measured here with a digital construction model. For the most part, those arguments are just gone. So much easier to deal with. There's just no more arguments anymore. Nobody gets hard feelings at the end of a business meeting that we're having, regarding progress of a contract. Over somebody feels like they got slighted one way or another when it comes to a quantity or something.
Right.
Just facts are the facts when we're able to have a tool that's this powerful. So there's nobody arguing over this stuff. We're not duplicating efforts to double check each other's work. With the traditional legacy process, it just said the efficiencies are there, as well as safety as well. Especially on some of these big slopes and things of that nature. If I don't have to have an inspector out on the grade, safety is one of Caltrans' major emphasis points.
On these things, imagine this: if you're on this call, maybe you're a digital construction inspector and you're still using the wheel. We're not trying to put anybody down. We're just saying that there's other options. And maybe your idea was, okay, well, I'm going to get to a GNSS station. But if you really want to dream with us a little bit, think of it like a company like Datumate. It's cloud processing, so you can literally configure that to upload right to Datumate. The next morning you come to work, you've got everything done, right? And it's all automated. So every other week, you've got this system in play that it's going out, it's flying the site, it's coming back, it's docking, it's uploading. Before you know it, Addie's got all your drone imagery process, has your 2.5D model. It's ready to go before your first cup of coffee's in your mug. You sit down, you get your coffee, and now you can look at the project right there from the comfort of your office or your trailer or whatever you're working out of on that project. And then now you can have more informed discussions and conversations with your contractors with where the project's at. You can do your 4D, 5D. You know, and what a world, right? I mean, that's going from the wheel to that is just mind blowing.